Weird. Really weird what YouTube does with this, there we go, thing. Well, we have good news. We have bad news now. We have some news. So I'll wait for this live to get sent out, as always, where I am. It takes a little bit of time for the gremlins to register. Only Drones, hello. How's it going, buddy? Glad that you have joined in today. Tim, howdy. Glad you're here. First day. Glad you're here. Tony, big question for you. Have you flown yet? Everybody keeps asking me, has Tony flown? Has Tony flown? Tony, have you flown yet? Bear with me while I have a sip of my Costa. Are we effed? Well, no. And I don't think it's actually as bad. So I did a bit of research over the weekend. Kieran, welcome. How's it going, buddy? Really nice to see you on one of these lives. I really appreciate that. Kieran is a guy who leaves loads of comments. Really appreciate him and his efforts to sort of help the channel with all the comments that he leaves. Nice to see you in the live stream, buddy. Really, really good to have you here. Yeah, so we'll start with the the DJI ban in the USA. So initially what was said was, let me just rewind a second. Moving forward, hopefully from tomorrow, I'm going to have a much better sound on these live streams because I've got a gadget coming from China that should hopefully be here tomorrow, which will allow me to do much nicer audio for you. Tony says, this weekend, everything is ready. The weather has been horrendous. So, mate, let's friggin' go. Glad that you guys are all here. Really am. So, right. So the sound should get better during this week. Hopefully tomorrow. If not tomorrow, then Wednesday. But hopefully the sound will get better pretty quickly once this gadget arrives. And you're probably all going to want to grab one as well because it's really cheap and it is really potentially really good. But we'll feature it on the channel. So the DJI ban in the USA looked pretty damning at one point. The FCC released notification that they was revoking retroactively the certification for all DJI drones, which on the face of it, me and a lot of other people thought, hang on a second, that means if they're revoking the certification retroactively or retrospectively, then it means ultimately you cannot fly the stuff that you already own. It becomes illegal to fly an 04 or it becomes illegal to fly a Mini 5 as an example. I'm guessing it's a microphone. It's actually not a microphone, but it also, well, no, it isn't a microphone. So yeah, there you go. You're wrong. Nice try. But it is a tool that allows me to use a microphone in a really specific way that hasn't been seen before. And the company released it and they haven't told anybody they've released it. They've only seemingly released it in China. So yes, a game changer, Only Drones. So yeah, so the certification initially said, or the FCC initially said, we're revoking the certification retrospectively for all DJI airwaves. So everything that we've agreed to certify has now been revoked. Because what happens is the FCC will certify something and then that's how we know a new drone is coming because they have to certify it. Well, they revoked all that. Bro bought a new voice box. It's the Tyson Fury voice box. Wait, hang on. That's me apparently. So it looked like it was really, really damning and really, really sort of dangerous to us all. I've been speaking to a couple of friends in America who are far more intelligent than I could ever purport to be. And ultimately what the actual FCC is, I tried to make that sound good, it probably didn't. What the actual statement from the FCC says is they're revoking the authorization for the airwaves for all DJI craft. Yes, that is correct. And it is retrospective. That is also correct. However, what that actually means is, as a consumer, if you bought it with certification already enabled, you can continue to fly it. The people that get screwed over are the retailers. So if a retailer's got an 04 Pro on the shop floor, or a DJI Mini or a Mavic or anything DJI on the shop floor, when the ban, like when the FCC revoke the certification, they cannot sell that. And that's where it then becomes a bit more of an issue for some people. But as for us pilots who are over there in America, if you have an 04, an 03, a Vista, an Air 3S, anything DJI, once the ban hits, you can still legally fly it. There is no problems whatsoever. However, where it becomes a bit of an issue is obviously if you fly it and you break it, where are you going to send it for repair? Because as far as I'm aware, you're going to be shit out of luck. But there are obviously people out there that can repair them. It just means you won't be able to send it back to DJI and get like a free replacement that people seem to be able to get quite easily from DJI at the moment. They're definitely doing a lot of things that you wouldn't expect a company to do, I think, to raise their goodwill. Tim says, is it 2 tins on a piece of string? It would probably sound better than this echoey car, let's be fair. Somebody says, I'm offering to buy all American 04 units for $10 each. Do you know what? I'll do one better for the community, somebody. I'll go $11. Excuse me while I drink the rest of my Costa. Charlie says, big fan of the channel. You help me out lots as a starting drone builder and flyer. Really glad to hear that. And I'm glad that you're here in the chat this afternoon, or whether it's morning or evening, wherever you are in the world. I really appreciate that you're spending this this half an hour with us. And as always, if you've got any questions, feel free to drop them in the comments. I'm more than happy to help. But just make sure you do drop a like on this video, because the more likes that you guys drop on this video. Is it Christmas Costa today? This is a very good question. This is indeed the most important question ever, Only Draws, because it's more important than the 04 question. But yeah, drop a like on this video, please, because what will happen is it will get pushed to more and more people, will help the channel grow, and blah, blah. Can I have the lenses for free? I'm not sure who you're asking, because I'm not American. Yes, it is Christmas Costa today. That is the most important thing of all this, although I've drunk it now. And I did get an extra 3 shots of coffee in it, because only real ones will know the stress that I've had today. Glad there are no Teslas around. He's 2 cars in front, Summer. I've told him if he comes near me again, I'm going to let his tyres down, and I'm going to put diesel in his car. I don't know. I don't even know who he is. You can have the lenses for free. I don't know what you mean, Fubar, but yeah, just clarify. What drone is that? This is the AvionRC iKON 2.8. So Boy Wonder and I have been flying this all weekend. I did manage to break a prop, so I've replaced a prop. I've added LEDs to it, and I've added a GPS to it. I was hoping to get out, I was hoping to get out and do the speed test today. I think we put about 10 or 15 packs through it yesterday. But unfortunately, we broke a prop and had to stop. So I did all the upgrades to it today, but the weather, as you can see on the windscreen behind it, has not been very kind to us. When are you dropping the Manta SEDC flight? Good question, Tony. Good question. I should have loads and loads and loads of footage as shorts if you just search the channel, but I will look at putting something together properly as a full video, because I still need to drop the last part as well. Tim says, please remember to hit like and subscribe. It really does help the channel. It really, really does. Somebody says, did you get a milky coffee? I certainly did, sir. Only Draws is very excited that it's Christmas today. I can't believe last week we had a Costa that was not Christmas. I was fuming. No wonder Boy Wonder was off sick. What were the likes? Why am I first like on my screen? I don't know. I'm just let the tires down a little. Warnings go nuts. Oh, do they? Oh, excellent. I shall do that. The only problem with letting the tires down on a Tesla. Also, sorry, do you say Tesla or Tesla? Because I was on, as you all know, a speed awareness course the other day, and there was a woman there, and she pronounced it. She said, I've got a Tesla. I said, I'll stop you there. There's no Z in it. It's Tesla. And she said, no, it's definitely Tesla. I said, I'll stop you there. I don't want to have to do it again, but you're wrong. At which point I was told to shut up. So, but yeah, let me know how you say it. Mean the 04 lens is garbage. Why? What's better than the 04 then? Let me know. Charlie Penguin says, do you know about DJI having an Israel spy software? They can see and hear everything on your phone, computer. Well, they can't see anything on my phone because I don't have anything on it. And everything connected to your Wi-Fi network. I haven't heard that, but I'd like to know more, Charlie. Have you got any... I hate to use the word evidence to back that up, but yeah, I'd like to know more about that. Somebody says, hey, I like my 04 lens. I don't think that is true, Charlie. Yeah, it sounds like a wild conspiracy theory, but I'd like to give him the floor, let him know, or let him come with evidence, and we'll see what happens. Guideline UK says, hello, everybody. First Day FPV says part 3. Yep. I'll get that released, mate. I'll probably drop it not as a premiere. I'll probably drop it just as a normal video at some point this week. And then I'll put part 4 together with all the flights in it, because I flew it for, well, weeks and weeks and weeks in the summer. Really enjoyed it. Bear Wolf says, Charlie, where did you hear that? I do like the Christmas sandwiches, says Summit. Summit is, well, basically Summit. You say it right. Yeah, thank you, Summit. Honestly, I'm not joking. She said it, and I rolled my eyes, and I thought, keep quiet. But you know me, I can't keep my gob shut, so I said, I'll stop you there. And, well, the audible gasps from some people was... It's really annoying because they give you this warning at the start of it that says you can't put anything on social media, you can't record it, you can't have another phone to record it, you can't record the screen. If you do, it's against the law because no one can know you're here. And I was like, are we in Dagestan or something? Like, what on earth? But that wasn't the weirdest thing. The weirdest thing is the fact that she said Tesla whilst owning a Tesla. And do you know that irrational, like, irritation? And I just couldn't look at her again. I just couldn't do it. I was like, what's wrong with you? But I was the one told to show him, so yeah. Musk uses Tesla, so it's definitely Tesla. Tony said it's Tesla. Oh, no. Nick Tesla, there is definitely no Z. 115 degree 04 lens. Was a fair... Oh, you mean the... Oh, right. Okay. You're talking about the 04 light lens. Yeah, the 04 light lens is trash. However, with the Flywoo adapter, it pretty much brings it up to a really decent standard. And you're then getting something really cheap. But then by the time you spent that and adjusted it, unless you need it for the lighter weight, you might as well just buy an 04 Pro. Yeah, I'm with you. I got asked to share my screen after... They almost reported me. Why? Somebody, what did you do? Honestly, like, even the irrationality from it now, I'm like, just stop it. Just stop it. Basically, my Hewletts were going off, and they thought, okay. I actually sat in the studio, but with all the lights off. So I can't even show you because, well, you know the warnings they give you, mate. Like, they are so strict on it. But I literally sat there pretty much in the dark, just fuming that I was there for like 3 hours, just listening to these fucking waffle and drivel. Like I said, I challenged them. I challenged them on the point when they said, well, it costs 42 million a year in accidents to the economy on the road. And I challenged them and I said, okay, that's horrendous. That's terrible. I'm sorry to hear that. Now break your figures down and show me how much of that is related to speeding, because what you've done is you've lumped it all together in one, and I'm here for a speed awareness course, not for a accidents on the road course. I think they loved me by the end of it, or something like that. Seeker 3 or Oasis Fly 3. I'm gonna defer my answer until I haven't done a proper review of an Oasis Fly 30. I've sort of done a half-arsed review in the past, but I said to Sub 250 the other day, I said, send me one, and I'm going to do a proper review. So it has arrived. I'm just a bit short on 04s at the minute. So when another 04 arrives, I'm going to do a proper review on it, and then we'll do an actual comparison between the two, because I do get asked that question a lot, and I don't want to... I don't want to answer it without being fair to both of them, because I could give you an answer now that I think is the right answer in my mind, but until I've actually flown them back to back, it's not really fair. But yeah, we will do it. We'll do it. We'll absolutely do it. Tony says, got to ask, where do you like your pre-arm and arm? I have my arm switch on the top left, and I have my pre-arm switch on the momentary switch on the top, like, face of the right. So SA I think it is my arm switch, the first 3 position switch, and then the momentary plastic switch on the very top, you have to hold it down as a pre-arm. So it's almost like an ignition switch. You have to hold that in before you then turn the key, as in press SA, to fire up the motors. That's how I like to do it. It just stops any potential accidents. I haven't even got animals. Well, I've got kids, but all it takes is to put that controller down one day in the park and a dog kick it and a 6S go full throttle into somebody's face. I couldn't live with myself. So that's why I'm evangelical about it. I put LEDs on my iKON 3 yesterday. They're so pretty. What colour are yours? These ones are red. In fact, I meant to upload the thumbnail of this with the LED picture, so I'll put it on the community post afterwards, but they're red and they're a nice sort of contrast to the purple. I do like it. To be fair, I'd rather pay the course than do my insurance. I'd rather do the course and pay my insurance. Well, that's fair. Are you using the same batteries for the speed tests across models? Yes and no. Obviously, I'm not if it's a different drone and it uses a 6S. But yeah, basically, if we're doing something like this, then I'll use a sub 250 720mm 4S LIHV. Can I send you a drone? No. You are going to do one though. Yay, thanks. Yeah, I absolutely am. Where are the likes at? Says only drones. Steve, welcome. Tony says, okay. Have a Google and you will see, says Charlie Penguin. iKON says Ace. You see Cadex? No, I have. The Cadex Protoss or Ascent or whatever it's called today is, in my opinion, I can't support a company like Cadex. I just can't. We was promised, if you buy the new Avatar system, in 6 months we'll have Avatar 2 and it'll be double the range and it'll be this and it'll be that. And what are we, 18 months down the line now and nothing's happened? And then they brought out a new system that's not even compatible with the first system that they said, if you buy, we're going to release another system. I can't support them. I just can't. I accidentally bought the 03 Oasis Fly 30. I mean, you could accidentally buy something worse. Just because Oasis I like is $140 cheaper on AliExpress. I'm probably going to go for that this week or next. Can't wait. Well, I'll have the video out this week. So if you want to hold off, I think what you'll find based on the spec is performance-wise, it'll be a little bit lower than the Seeker 3. But we are, again, that's my favourite saying at the minute. We're talking really thin margins. I think you'll find it'll be slightly lower when it comes to performance, but you'll find it slightly better on battery life because the Seeker 3 is a bit of a juice-hungry monster. I think AliExpress sent me 2 extra Marios. Imagine, that would be amazing. Excuse me. Who asked me to send them a drone? I've never seen you comment on this channel before. Who are you? And can you send me one drone? You didn't even say please, actually. Do you know, it's mad. I get asked every day, and so, some of you, like, you all know, like, I get asked and I get spammers and I get like scammers and stuff emailing me, and I'll reply and I'll play with them a little bit. But some of the people that ask for, send me a free drone. There was a guy, and I won't name him because it's not fair, but there was a guy who had never left a single comment on the drone, but on any video, but slid into my inbox on Instagram and was like, I need you to send me a free drone, I can't afford one. And I'm like, come on. John Young says, would it be wise to purchase a DJI Mavic Pro in the US with the ban coming? Once you have bought, first of all, thank you so much for the super chat. I really do appreciate it. It really, really does help. But John, what I would say to you is, when the ban happens, the FCC certification that you have with the drone that you buy will still be there. So you're still going to be able to fly it. It's that you're not going to have any issues whatsoever in sort of flying it or anything like that. The only thing that you're going to need to bear in mind, in my opinion, is if it breaks, where is my only concern with the DJI impending ban. So I would say it's a difficult one. See, what I suspect. Oh no, repeat that. Okay, sorry, I must have broke up. So once the FCC revoke their certification, you can still fly. So if you go and buy a DJI Mavic, you can still fly that DJI. Oh no, the Tesla's moved. I think the Tesla just drove past me actually. Thought it was my mobile internet then, says Steve. Right, John, if you go and buy a DJI Mavic Pro today, you can still fly it. Say the FCC revoked the certification tomorrow. You can still fly it tomorrow without any problems whatsoever. The biggest concern for you is going to be, where do you get it repaired if you have an accident with it? And that's one of the questions that's unanswered at the minute. Now, if you know there's a service centre, or you know there's somebody or something near you, go for it. I don't think it's going to be a massive problem, but it is the only unknown at this moment in time as to what actually happens as we move forward. So we know that the FCC certification won't affect you being able to fly it. It's not suddenly going to become illegal to fly it overnight. They're not going to cut off your connection overnight. Nothing's going to change in that respect. The biggest worry that you're going to have is where you get it repaired, if you crash it or if it fails. I've got a Mavic 3 Pro and it's never been crashed. There's never been a problem with it. There was an update and it screwed one of the lenses. The actual telephoto lens just wouldn't focus anymore. So I had to send it back to DJI and they actually just replaced it with a brand new unit. So it's instances and situations like that that you're going to need to be wary of. But I would say, as of today, go for it, but just keep that in mind. So don't do anything too risky and just keep it in mind. But my Pro 4 gets delivered today. Yay! I do love the Mavic 4 Pro, even though I refuse to fly it anymore because DJI just, yeah. The Mavic 5 Mini, or the Mini 5 Pro, should I say, has learned so many lessons from the Mavic 4 Pro. But when it comes to quality and image quality, unless you're buying an Inspire, nothing comes close. It is absolutely stunning. But fly it when you receive it today. Fly it, enjoy it, have the time of your life, man. But just bear in mind, be a bit careful when it comes to taking risks, because it's just a bit of an unknown. But listen, thank you so much for your super chat. I really genuinely do appreciate it. And let us know how you get on with that Mavic 4 Pro once it arrives. Right, I think the kids are coming out, which means it's my time to go. Thank you everybody so much for being here with me this afternoon. I really do appreciate each and every one of you, especially you, John, for the super chat. Enjoy your Mavic 4 Pro. And as for everybody else, some of the shots you can get with the Inspire or what, yeah, mate, I wish I could get an Inspire. I really do. Really, really do. Mavic 4 Pro is my first drone newbie. Oh, amazing. Love you, long time only drones. Thanks, Steve. Thanks, Guideline. Thank you so much, everybody. I'll see you all at this time tomorrow. Peace out.